Welcome to Reality 33 TV. Salt and Pepper was formed in 1985 when Cheryl James met Sandy Denton while they were both enrolled as nursing students at Queensborough Community College in New York. They became close friends as well as co-workers at Sears, where they met Herbie Lovebug Azor. He was studying recording production and asked them to record for him on his class project. The result was the single The Showstopper, an answer record to Dougie Fresh's hit single, The Show. The two originally named themselves Supernature, but later changed it to Salt and Pepper based on the line, "Right now I'm gonna show you how it's supposed to be, 'cause we the Salt and Pepper MCs," which resulted in radio stations getting phone calls requesting The Showstopper by Salt and Pepper. The same year, the group signed to Next Plateau Records with a third member as the DJ named LaToya Hanson. In December of '86, they released their debut album, Hot, Cool, and Vicious, produced by Herbie, who was Salt's boyfriend at the time and the group's manager. Later that same year, the group recruited 15-year-old high school student Deidre Roper, aka Spinderella, after Hanson departed the group. Hot, Cool, and Vicious provided some moderate R&B hits with the singles My Mic Sound Nice, Tramp, and Chick on the Side. But when San Francisco DJ producer Cameron Paul created a remix to Push It, the B-side of the Tramp single, it gave the group their first major hit. Push It became a platinum single in the United States and a hit in several other countries. It was added to subsequent pressings of Hot, Cool, and Vicious. Also, it was nominated for a Grammy Award, and the strength of that single catapulted the album to platinum sales in the US with over 1 million copies sold, making Denton, James, and Roper the first female rap act to go platinum. The album ultimately sold 1.4 million copies worldwide. Salt and Pepper's next album, Assault with a Deadly Pepper, was released in July of 1988. It contained the top 10 R&B hit Shake Your Thing featuring the go-go band EU, a top 20 R&B hit, and a major pop hit were seen in Get Up Everybody and Twist and Shout, respectively, with Twist and Shout becoming a major hit in the UK. The album became a certified gold status for excess sales of 600,000 copies sold in the US and a total of 800,000 copies sold internationally. The group's third album, Black's Magic, was released in 1990. Salt and Spinderella took on some of the production, and this was the first album to feature Spinderella on vocals as well as DJing. Several album cuts became hits, including Expression, produced by Salt, became a platinum single, remaining number 1 on the R&B chart for 8 weeks. Independent, I Don't Know, featuring Kid and Play, and Do You Want Me were certified gold. The group entered the music industry at a time when hip-hop was believed to be a fad. And as major record companies were very reluctant to sign hip-hop artists, many early artists recorded for independent labels. Salt and Pepper changed the look of hip-hop. They were scantily clad in sexy clothing and were not afraid to talk about sex and their thoughts about men. Their song Let's Talk About Sex was certified gold by the RIAA and peaked at number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. It was later re-recorded as Let's Talk About AIDS. Salt and Pepper's fourth studio album, Very Necessary, was released in 1993. The album featured songwriting and production by Salt, Pepper, Spinderella, and Herbie. The hits Shoot, co-produced by Pepper, What a Man, featuring En Vogue, and None of Your Business were all hit singles. The album eventually sold 7 million copies worldwide, with 5 million in the US, making them the first female rap act, solo or group, to have a multi-platinum selling album. The trio won the Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group in 1995 for the single None of Your Business, making them the first female rap act to win a Grammy. The album is the best-selling album by a female rap act. By the time of their next album release, Salt and Pepper had gone through the legal process of completely breaking away from Herbie, whom they accused of unfair royalty payments. Salt had stopped being romantically involved with him due to their many ups and downs. The trio also left London Records after one album and signed with Red Ant Records, who offered them a $15 million signing bonus. The group took on production duties once again, but without Herbie involved in any part of the album. The result was Brand New, released in 1997, which hit stores a few months later. However, Red Ant Records filed for bankruptcy soon afterward, halting promotion on all its releases, including Salt and Pepper's album. The group toured in support of the album, but without any promotion or marketing from the label. They only scored minor hits, including Are You Ready and Giddy Up. The album was still certified gold in the US for sales over 500,000 copies sold. In 1999, Salt-N-Pepa embarked on a tour, while Pepa married Treach of Naughty by Nature the same year. Pepa and Treach remained married for 2 years, but their tumultuous marriage ended in divorce in 2001. Pepa would later claim physical abuse allegations in her memoir, which Treach denies. With no albums contractually due at the time after Brand New, Salt decided to quit the group, stating she had enough of the music industry and no longer wanted to be involved in it. They officially disbanded in 2002. Sometime later, Salt announced that she would release her first solo album, but she never ended up doing so. She was featured on the Kirk Franklin gospel song Stomp. After the group broke up, Pepa took to reality TV on VH1's The Surreal Life. While Spinderella became a radio personality in Los Angeles, she hosted The Backspin, a nationally syndicated weekly show featuring old school hip-hop music. The trio was disbanded for a total of 5 years. Both Salt-N-Pepa appeared on VH1's Hip Hop Honors in 2005 as honorees, and all 3 women reunited the following year for the next Hip Hop Honors program and performed What a Man with En Vogue. It was the trio's first performance together in 6 years, and they reunited as a group in 2007. The same year, the Salt-N-Pepa show debuted on VH1 and chronicled Pepa and Salt as they worked out past issues and returned to the recording studio. Spinderella was also featured in several episodes. In 2008, the trio performed at the BET Hip Hop Awards, and that August, Pepa released an autobiography entitled Let's Talk About Pep. In 2010, Salt-N-Pepa received the I Am Hip Hop Award at the BET Hip Hop Awards, and in 2017, they announced they would be a part of the I Love the 90s tour along with New Kids on the Block. But to fans' shock and displeasure, Spinderella was not included in the tour. Following the news, Spinderella went online and revealed she had received a termination letter from Salt-N-Pepa. Apparently, there were issues between the 3 when it came to contracts and being booked for certain shows. Ultimately, Spinderella filed a lawsuit for royalties against Salt-N-Pepa, claiming she was promised to receive $125,000, which was a third of the royalties for their Best Of album, but she did not. She also claimed they made her lose out on money from the I Love the 90s tour by breaching the contract. Reps for Salt-N-Pepa told People magazine, quote, "It's unfortunate she is choosing to take this path because Salt-N-Pepa have been very good to her, both artistically and financially, for more than 30 years. The lawsuit was settled in mediation, but DJ Spinderella voiced her displeasure again in 2021 when Lifetime released the Salt-N-Pepa biopic produced by the group along with Queen Latifah. Spinderella said the following about not being included in the production process. "Back when Salt-N-Pepa was building our legacy, which is rooted in empowering women, I could not have dreamed that this same group would one day disempower me." Cheryl, aka Salt, said the following to People magazine in response to their relationship with DJ Spinderella. "I reached out to Spinderella. I feel like this is very unfortunate," James said. "We've come to a crossroads where we have decided to agree to disagree. I definitely am open, and Pepa's open. We've talked about it, and our hearts are open. We have always been open to Spinderella." Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more.